Brand New Day is almost everything I wanted from a Spider-Man movie. There is seriously so much to love here. It feels like Spider-Man again, it has those comic book elements in it, and it has the best Peter Parker we've ever had. Hot take, I know. A lot of the choices for this movie were made for fans in mind. But when a movie like this gets so many things right, the things it gets wrong become that much more noticeable. And that's the weird thing about Brand New Day. I fuck with this movie, I really do. But I kept thinking walking out the theater, this could have been perfect. But of course, there are a couple of things holding it back. So, let's talk about it. By the way, I'm Snoopy. If you enjoy superhero talk like this, consider subscribing. We on the road to 100 subs, so if you're one of the first, I really appreciate it. Now, let's get back to the video. Let me start off by talking about the good stuff in this movie. And trust me, there's a lot to talk about. Firstly, let's talk about Spider-Man. This new trilogy brings the most friendly neighborhood Spider-Man we've ever had by a long shot. Spider-Man is absolutely loved by the public. He works with the police, was awarded key to the city, and is genuinely making a big difference in the city. All while he's joking around constantly. Unlike Tobey Spider-Man, where he's dry as fuck, or Andrew, where he has elements of joking around, but it's never really a core part of his character. Tom Spider-Man is almost exactly like his comic counterpart, which I absolutely love. I also want to really quickly mention how alive this New York feels. It really feels like it's a part of Spider-Man's world, and genuinely feels inhabited. Now let's get under the mask and talk about
Peter Parker.
Peter has way less screen time than Spider-Man, which honestly really fits into the narrative, and there's really nothing going on in his life. He's seriously putting 110% into Spider-Man, which makes Peter's scenes even more fucking miserable. He's either moping over Ned and MJ or working on his tech, and this might sound sick, but this is what I love about this version of Peter. After he's done doing God's work for the city, he walks into an empty apartment, watching the people he loves live without him, wondering every day if he should tell them both. And he does this just so he can be Spider-Man full time. That right there is Peter Parker. And that's something the previous movies didn't explore quite like this. The separation between Peter Parker and Spider-Man actually feels important here. You can literally see it. Spider-Man is thriving, Peter Parker is not. Okay, that's kind of depressing. Let's talk about the suit. Ooh, shit. Honestly, there is not a lot to talk about, bro. Just look at it. This is Spider-Man. It's straight out of a comic book panel, nigga. The colors pop, the eyes are just the right amount of expression, and the suit is believable. It's not extremely tight like the Homecoming suit, which is just unrealistic looking, and for once, the webbing stands out. This, to me, is the true definitive Spider-Man suit, and honestly, a suit like this deserves some good fucking action. And thankfully, Brand New Day delivers. The action in this movie is insane. The way this nigga moves, bro. He's constantly moving, improvising, and using his webs in interesting ways. And he actually looks and feels light and agile. And that's what I love about this movie. Of course, there are a lot of other aspects I like about this movie, such as Punisher and his relationship with Spider-Man, and just the humor of this movie. I think for a very melodic type of movie, it's not afraid to be funny at all. Like, I genuinely found myself laughing my ass off watching this movie, and I just can't say that for a ton of movies in the MCU recent. Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but that's why I love this movie. It's back to a grounded classic Spider-Man. But even though this movie is so good as a grounded classic Spider-Man movie, the villain just isn't that. Jean Grey as a Spider-Man villain just wasn't it to me, I'm sorry. Let me establish that I'm okay with the fact that she isn't a normal Spider-Man villain. I can roll with that. I'd much rather have him use any other Spider-Man villain, just because Spider-Man has such a massive, extensive rogues gallery, but hey, it is what it is. And I really like Sadie Sink's Jean Grey. Her motivations are actually very valid, and I can somewhat understand why she did what she did. But it's like, we all know that Spider-Man isn't doing shit to Jean Grey. She's an Omega level mutant. So the only way he can reach her is by giving her the sweetest, biggest, heart-touching speech, and I'm sorry, but we all saw that coming from a mile away. This movie seriously has a Stranger Things poppin', bro. Oh my god. She's been on this path the entire movie. She's killed innocent people, she's out of control, and then Peter gives her the right speech, and she's suddenly like, shit, bro, you right, that's my fault. It's just so predictable. And because our change of heart comes so easily, the climax doesn't feel earned, it's just lackluster. Look at the best Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 2, Homecoming, the Spider-Verse movies, they all have something in common. The villain actually matters to the story. A great villain doesn't just give Peter someone to fight. They challenge him and force him to make decisions, and they make the final confrontation feel like a culmination of everything we've been watching. And put simply, Jean just doesn't do that for me. Because you're seriously telling me Jean Grey's already slimed like 3 people, and she finally gets the guy basically responsible for killing her sister right in front of her, and she just waits? She doesn't kill him, she doesn't even finish what she started, she just waits for Peter to talk her out of it. And that's where the writing just loses me. Because there should have been a reason as to why she didn't do it. There should have been something stopping her, but instead, it feels like the movie just needed her to stay long enough for Peter to give the inspirational speech. And that's just lazy. It's predictable, it's not emotionally earned, and for a movie that gets so many things right, this is one of the biggest things holding it back from being Chef's Kiss. Jean Grey should have truly challenged Peter and really impact him and have an everlasting stay in his heart. Oh my god, that is so good. But all he really did was say the right things at the right time. There's no huge sacrifice, no major decision from Peter that we've been building towards, no moment where I thought he's fucked. That's what a great Spider-Man climax does. It should test Peter Parker, not just Spider-Man. And after everything this movie does with Peter Parker's loneliness, his sacrifice, and his relationship with the people he's lost, I just wanted the climax to bring all of that together, but instead, it just felt like the movie just needed to get to the end. And that's why I think Brand New Day was almost perfect. The Spider-Man is probably the best we've ever gotten. Peter's amazing, the suit is amazing, the action is amazing. There was so much here that I wanted from a Spider-Man movie. But the villain and the climax hold the movie back from reaching that next level, and it's really disappointing to say the least.
I'm out of word, folks.
Please let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, because at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. So feel free to flame me if you wanna, glaze me if you wanna, and subscribe if you wanna. Anyways, this has been Snoogie on the Snoogie channel. Peace.